So my name's Emma Loggin. I studied archaeology, ancient history, and history of art undergraduate at Birmingham, and then followed that with a master's in archaeological practice. And then I studied my PhD again at Birmingham, graduating in 2015, and that was looking at processes of commemoration, specifically in the UK and in France and America.
Hi, I'm Katherine Cadregari. I studied the MA in Literature and Culture at the University of Birmingham, and I graduated in December of 2022. For me, it was mostly just that I felt like I needed some advice about next steps. And considering there was this sort of built-in opportunity, it seemed like it just like the best way to kind of get some inside advice to certain fields. I had a big long list of kind of professions and fields of interest that I thought I wanted to get into, but no real idea about which one, how I'd ranked them in terms of what I thought I would like and be suited to the best. And so it was nice to be able to reach out to someone and just get a bit of insight into how they approached it when they were leaving university, as well as like someone who's working in one of those fields, and to kind of know what that looks like, not just from an application standpoint.
I think when I graduated, and all of the times I graduated, I felt a little bit like I wasn't quite sure where I was going, and I didn't quite know what to do next. And I think if I'd had someone to tell me it's okay not to know, I think that would have really helped. So I wanted to use some of the experience that I had, and potentially some of the mistakes that I'd made, to give advice to someone else and provide that reassurance that it's okay not to know exactly what you want to do, but that there's lots of options out there. And I think particularly in a heritage sector, I wasn't really aware that there was the wide range of career opportunities available. I kind of thought you were an archaeologist or you worked in a museum, but actually through working at various heritage organisations across the years, I've realised there's actually a huge range of different roles that you could, in different directions that you could take. So I wanted to be able to kind of share that reassurance, and a bit of that experience.
Definitely just having someone who knows exactly what it had been like to kind of graduate into slightly kind of uncertain fields, I guess. I guess that just kind of that's kind of like a broadly humanities thing. But just having the advice and having someone who is able to kind of say that I could, bounce ideas off of and just ask like, does this sound like a good approach? Or, would I be wasting my time if I looked into this? Or in your experience, was this really helpful? Or was it, don't even put it on your resume? Like it was really just helpful to have those kinds of conversations that could help kind of direct me. Just because applications are such a huge part of everyone's working life now, but they can be a bit of a minefield when you're first starting out. So that was really helpful for me.
I think just being able to support Catherine and to listen to her experiences and the questions that she had, it was absolutely amazing that she was able to secure a work placement at the project that I was working on when I began the mentoring at Shrewsbury Flaxmoor Maltings. So that was a real highlight to be able to kind of share my working environment with her. I think maybe a couple of things. One, how much I got out of it. So I'm, as I said, on a temporary secondment at the moment, which ends in the autumn this year. So I'll be reflecting on what I feel my next steps will be, and having that opportunity to think back and reflect on my own career and what worked well and what I enjoyed is really, really, I found really beneficial. Um, but also just how much I enjoyed it. I'm quite busy. I've got a family and a full-time job, and I think part of me was thinking, well, this is going to be a bit, it might be a bit onerous. But actually, I really look forward to all of our meetings, and it was a really, really enjoyable. It never felt like a burden. It was always something that I was really, looking forward to doing.
I would say definitely go for it. Even if you know exactly what you want to get into, that could even, or if you have no idea. Either way, it's great to have someone who's associated with university, but is fairly, is integrated into a field that's not just the careers network sort of thing. They have great resources and such great advice. But it's great to be able to talk to someone who is exactly where you think that you want to be at some point in your career. And so, yeah, even if you have no idea, like I did when I started, it still was just so helpful to get kind of it's just an external perspective that isn't, a family member or a friend or something like that.
I would say just go for it. You'll get lots out of it. And I think the thing that was perhaps I was most apprehensive of was that I wouldn't be able to provide Katherine with the support that she needed, or that my experience perhaps wouldn't align. We have different subject fields. So I was a little bit worried that maybe my experience wouldn't be beneficial. But actually, just being able to listen and to talk through some of the things that Katherine was thinking about, I think I found was hopefully Katherine found really helpful. So I wouldn't, any apprehension that you have around that, I would say just go for it.